Hi, welcome everyone to yet another video from Rediscovering World. As you all know, we are in our best trip to Macau through the famous Hong Kong-Zhuhai-Macao Bridge. I hope you all watched our previous video. If you haven't watched it, please watch it because actually this video would be the continuation video from the earlier episode of this best route trip. So I welcome once again each one of you to this beautiful, scenic, best trip to Macau. We already discussed a bit in detail about this bridge in our previous video. So it's like the 55-kilometer bridge, which is a bridge tunnel system which consists of a series of 3 cable-stayed bridges and an undersea tunnel and 4 artificial islands. So it's both the longest sea crossing and the longest open sea fixed link in the world. So actually this bridge connecting Hong Kong and Macau with Zhuhai. It's the major city on the Pearl River Delta in China. The bridge was designed to last for 120 years and the cost was about $18.8 billion to build it. So the cost of constructing this main bridge was estimated about $7.56 billion, which was funded by the bank loans and shared among the governments of mainland China, Hong Kong and Macau. So actually it was set to be open to traffic in late 2016. The structure was completed on 6th February 2018 and the journalists were subsequently taken for a ride over the bridge. So on 24th October 2018, the bridge was opened to the public after its inauguration a day earlier by the Chinese leader Xi Jinping. After having a few kilometers of ride above the sea, now the best just get into the underwater sea tunnel. So actually the underwater sea tunnel has been designed and built to ensure large vessels can pass through the busy sea channel. So more than 4,000 cargo vessels and ocean liners cross the waters of the Pearl River estuary every day. So what I could say that it's really an engineering marvel across an undersea of China, and I should congratulate especially the engineering hard work, and it's just a marvelous stuff. As a tourist, we really enjoyed this best trip to Macau through this longest sea bridge, and I think all of my fellow travelers were curious about this longest sea bridge and they were curious in taking some random pictures and videos, and I think everyone have enjoyed the scenic beauty, especially the skyscrapers of Macau, and especially when it started initially from the Hong Kong. So it was one of the beautiful rides, I should say, across the sea. As we are reaching nearer to Macau, now it's the time to say a bit about Macau. So as you all know that Macau is a former Portuguese territory and Hong Kong a former British colony till late 1990s. So they are now special administrative regions of China and their status will not change for the next about 30 years. So one nation, two system as the Chinese call it. From a tourist point of view, Macau is the gambling capital of the world and generates a revenue of over $35 billion, greatly surpassing Las Vegas. Hong Kong and Macau are located very close to each other and a tourist cannot miss out Macau whilst on a trip to Hong Kong and vice versa. As an Indian, we don't need visa to enter Macau, but there are certain documents which has to be carried at the entry point. So here are the list of few documents that you should carry with you. The first one is the passport, which has to be valid for 19 days beyond the period of intended stay in Macau. The second thing is a valid onward or return ticket. And the third, financial statements to prove you can afford the expense in that country, which is quite common for every country. Macau is one of the global capitals of business, finance, tourism and leisure. It's a glittering country which awaits you with many surprises. We are just in finding out our surprises. So actually it's a blend of Chinese history and Portuguese influence, which gives Macau a unique of modern yet a historic appearance. There are few travel tips which I would like to share with you guys. The first thing, the best time to visit Macau could be during the fall, especially the October to December, when the weather is pleasant and the skies are clear. Spring is also a good time to visit, but avoid the hot and humid summer months and the typhoon seasons, especially from July to September. And the second one is that the currency used in Macau is Macau Pataka, but it is quite different from Hong Kong dollars. But I heard from my fellow travelers that it's quite widely accepted there. Cantonese and the Portuguese are the official languages, but English is also widely spoken in tourist areas. And the fourth one, Macau is a small place, making it easy to navigate. Public buses, taxis and shuttle buses provided by the casinos are the main modes of transportation. Walking is also a great way to explore the historic areas. Take a note that I literally bought a SIM from Hong Kong airport, which works both in Hong Kong and Macau. So try to get a SIM that works on both Hong Kong and Macau to avoid hassles, especially with navigating. But many public areas such as the hotels, especially in this bus, offer free Wi-Fi, which could be useful for staying connected while exploring. And if you like to go to few places, enjoy Macau rich history, try don't to miss the historic center, which is the UNESCO World Heritage Site, especially the iconic landmarks like the Senado Square, St. Paul's Ruins, which we have visited there. So just stay tuned in our upcoming videos to see what literally these UNESCO heritage site can offer us. But if you can, stay for a night in one of the Macau's famous hotels and enjoy the nightlife, and also have like a slow paced tour of city for 2 days. Last but not the least, Macau is generally safe for the tourist, but like any destination, be cautious of your belongings, especially in the crowded place. So now we are getting reached to the entry clearance area. So let's see how it could be and how easy the immigration could be. So just stay tuned. As the bridge was built by the mainland organization, it's set up to follow mainland regulations. So there is a merging conversion for drivers who are heading from the special administrative regions onto the bridge. Then there is an actual difficulty of driving a private car on this crossing. Initially we thought of hiring a car from the Hong Kong airport, especially for our tour across the Hong Kong and Macau. But when I read through the various internet sources, none of the tourists, like the fellow travelers or any of the previous travelers, never recommended hiring a car. I think it's mainly because of I think there are a bit of controversies in traveling between the Hong Kong and Macau. Unlike the European Union, For example, you cannot cross the border into the mainland China from Hong Kong or Macau with number plates from the special administrative region. As such, to drive on the crossing, you need to have both special administrative region and mainland number plates. So as well as the mainland driving license to go to Macau. In addition, you must also receive a permit to drive through the bridge if going to either Macau and Zhuhai. In short, it's a messy process, and one would think that three governments from the same country would be able to work out a smoother solution for integrating this setup. The only solution for that is the coach or ferry. So thanks to the bureaucratic hurdles of traveling on the crossing, many are opting to take the easier route and buying coach tickets to cross the boundary. People are either parking their cars at a co-located car park or arriving by other means. This is exactly what we did. So first we opted to get a tickets in the ferry, but apparently the ferry tickets are filled, and we just got these tickets to Macau through the bus route. I mean this coach bus, which is like the cross boundary coach buses. So now we are reaching to the Macau port. You could see the Macau flag, and especially we are just reaching to the Macau port city. So here is the immigration port. We have to clear our immigration and we could be literally enter into the region of Macau. We are reaching closer to the entry clearance area of Macau. So we have to get around from this bus, and we have to take our luggage and pass through this separate building, and we have to clear our immigration, and we have to just clear from that building to the next bus terminal, which literally takes to the main city of Macau. So right in front of you, this is the entry clearance building. So we have taken our luggages already, so we are moving towards the building. You could literally see a lot of tourists walking along with us. The Macau Hong Kong Bridge port, actually this is the passport control clearance area, is the first and last port for people coming and going respectively to and from Hong Kong and Zhuhai. Starting in Macau, it's a large project containing an immigration passport control system with separate entrance point to Hong Kong and Zhuhai. So after you cleared our immigration, there are buses which departs from Macau every 10 minutes to Hong Kong and vice versa, which is, this border is open 24 hours. So that's quite a cool stuff. So once we entered the building, all the signboards have been written in English, so it's not like it's like a tension-free stuff. So the building structure is quite a modern, contemporary and easy to walk around, and there are vending machines selling foods and drinks, bathrooms, changing rooms and some other basic facilities. And this is a port serving passengers looking to go to Hong Kong and Zhuhai by bus and by car. So entry to this port is free, but each transportation leading to Hong Kong or Zhuhai or the main city of Macau, it have its own pricing. I already discussed you earlier about what are the documents which are required for the Macau visa. So we have just tidied up everything to just get ready for the immigration. So this is a lift which goes to the first floor, because actually we have like a stroller which cannot be passed through the escalator, so we have to take the separate lift to go to the first floor. I was just wondering one other thing. Since it's been more than 3 years after COVID, the people in China, especially the Hong Kong and Macau, uses the mask like in most of the public places. I don't know why they wear the mask, but my wife just told me that there was an outbreak in Japan regarding a toxic shock syndrome. I don't know, is that the reason they wear the mask? But I see the mask especially on the Chinese tourists, and I was not able to see any of the other tourists traveling across the world. So we have just reached the first floor. We are just now heading towards the Macau immigration. I think there is quite a lot of tourists which is been traveling across this special administrative region, but I think there are quite a lot of counters, so I think the immigration would be much easier and faster. We cleared our immigration quite fast, and there was a little bit of questions regarding where we are coming from. We have to show our Hong Kong like the immigration stuff and everything, but it doesn't take us long. They just cleared our immigration very fastly, and we are just now entering into the special administrative region of Macau. So I welcome everyone to the city of, or the special region of Macau in China. Now we have just cleared our immigration, and now we are just heading towards the bus terminal. I think there are 2 public buses to the Macau city, especially the number were like 101X and 102X. So it's very important to have internet. I think the Wi-Fi is free. We have to just make sure that you get into the right bus. So I think the transportation is not that much expensive, and there are some stops at some of the Macau Peninsula, most busy and central stops. And unfortunately the port stop name is only available in Portuguese and Cantonese name, so you should try to use the Google to just make sure that you are on the right bus or you are on the right direction. There are taxis can also be accessed in this area. Just show the taxis, just use your Google Translate to write down which hotel you want to ride on. They will be able to help you out very easily. Now it's the time to wind up this part of the video. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. Now in our next part we will be showing you how we could take the bus from this Macau port to the main city, and just stay tuned for the upcoming videos from the Macau. Hope you all enjoyed it. So just try to put some valuable comments in the comment box, and if you have any suggestion to improve our channel, please let us know. So until we see you next time, it's me, Abil and Hannah signing off. Bye.